Welcome to the Taylor Show. Star, your host, Taylor Brooke.
Hello and welcome to the Taylor Show, where we talk about one thing and one thing only. You guessed it, your host. That's me. Hi, I'm Taylor, and I'm joined today by Do Better David.
That's me. Thanks for having me, Taylor.
I'm so excited to have you on the podcast.
Upgrade.
We talk about it every time, but this time it's legit.
This one's a legit upgrade. The lighting.
Yeah.
The faux plantery.
Yes.
Is that a sound muffle?
A sound muffle. I like the way that sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Gorgeous.
seriously. So we've changed it all. We've changed the colors.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
so
so
we're rebranding as
We're-
well.
Yeah, so we're rebranding as well, which is fun for me
Yeah.
as a marketer. What's that? Okay, so I want to talk about Valentine's Day.
Let's do
And
it.
before we started this podcast, I asked David if I could say the L word.
And I said, lesbian?
No, I meant love, because David
Love.
is in love.
I am in love, and
I'm
I
so
don't care who knows
excited.
it.
This is so exciting. So tell me, how did you know you were in love?
Okay, I'll tell you the exact moment that I knew. I
Okay.
was like, okay. So picture this. I am lying in a bed with this not boyfriend yet.
Sure,
Right?
sure.
We're just like getting to know each other. And this is the date after we went to a Dave & Buster's, right? And we left the Dave & Buster's without prizes,
Naturally.
naturally.
Yeah.
And so on the next date, when we were just like cuddling in bed, he was like, "Oh, what's this underneath the pillow?" And he yanked out this like in a box toy. And immediately I'm judging him. I'm like, "Why do you have random stuff in your bed? Why?
Are you dirty?
Yeah, are you dirty? Are you hoarding?"
Yeah.
And then I looked again, and it was a Coca-Cola polar bear. I love polar bears. I love Coca-Cola. I collect it. And in that moment, I said, oh, this is a man who listens. This is a man who does cute things and says, this is a prize that we've never gotten at the Dave & Buster's. Notice I keep saying
The Dave & Buster's.
the Dave & Buster's.
Do you think you're old?
No, I think it gives more emphasis.
I'm going to make you feel old. When did you graduate Westchester?
2018.
Okay, yeah. Our engineer graduated in 2023. Yeah.
Oh my.
Doesn't that make you want to jump off the nearest bridge?
Yeah.
I said, do you remember Landmark? He said, as a restaurant.
As a restaurant.
Yup.
Used to be a nasty place.
That's what I said.
Nasty. The
So
basement?
gross. That's what I asked specifically about the basement. He said,
It always had a smell. As you went down the steps, you were like something.
but you were too far
Nasty.
gone to
It's like,
care. You didn't care.
Like that reminds me of Raven Baxter.
Stop.
Nasty. Love her.
Love.
Yeah.
Never forget that Disney show. I wanted her and what was her co-host?
I don't know her real name. It was Chelsea though.
Yeah, Chelsea. I
Yeah,
love her.
the redhead.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Mhm.
Okay. I also, since we're in love now, right?
We are.
It's good. Valentine's Day is exciting.
Yes.
But I want to reminisce a little bit because it wasn't always exciting.
No, and I think I
No.
know where this is going.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's all at a Hooters.
It all started at a Hooters.
It all started at a Hooters.
So we were both going through breakups.
Yes.
And I think that we deal with breakups in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. Like, you're normal about it, but you're still angry.
Okay.
I execute the anger. Right?
Thank you. Right.
So yeah, so we needed something that was gonna like really encompass both of us that Valentine's Day.
Totally.
And you came up with the perfect idea. Do you want to tell the audience?
Sure. So Hooters was doing something really special this Valentine's Day. Instead of celebrating the love that you have, you get really pissed about the love that you did have at one point. And if you brought photos of the love that you had, your ex, then they had a paper shredder, right?
Yeah.
And you would shred the photos of your ex, and people around would just be like, woo!
And you
look
got
at
free
that."
wings. We got free wings.
Exactly. So it
Yeah.
was a great promo, great catharsis, closure, therapy. Thank you, Hooters.
Yeah. No, every time I pass that one, I think of that. The memes.
Yeah.
Yeah, from that night.
I think it's closed now.
Is it closed?
I'm pretty
they
sure.
still have the sign.
Who's going to Hooters?
I don't know. I never went to Hooters. That was the second time I've ever been to Hooters and haven't been since.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a creepy place where creepy men go.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I also get that vibe. No, I shouldn't say it. I don't want to like fuck over sponsors. You know, like essentially one day.
Sorry, do we have a sponsor? Can
Not
the
yet.
sponsor stand
Not
up?
yet. Oh, not yet, but I would like to talk about something, and I'm going to code it,
Go.
okay? Because I
Okay.
don't want to get sued.
Sure.
I want to talk about a printing company, and we're going to call them Paper Clips,
Okay.
okay?
Sure.
So I feel like everyone knows what I'm talking about. So Paper Clips.
Yeah.
I go in there the other day.
2 letters.
No, no, one word.
Are
What? What are you talking about?
we talking about bleep it? Hewlett Packard?
No! Who the fuck is that? No! I'm talking about Staples.
HP.
Oh, I didn't know what that stood for. Did you know that Delmarva stands for Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia? Because I sure didn't. I learned that in Nashville.
You're at Paperclips.
Okay, so I'm at I'm at Paper Clips.
Right.
I go there to pick up some business cards, right?
Yeah.
I walk in. They say, sorry, your order is not going to be ready until 7:30. It says 7:30. It's 3:30.
Mhm.
Okay, mind you. There's 2 ladies in the back. They're shit-talking another employee. And they're being mean girls. They're like, she doesn't even know how to put the paper in. And they're mocking her with the paper.
No.
So I had a hard week. And I thought, the fuck, you can't print my business cards. I'm literally standing here. They say, oh, no, you have to wait until 7:30. I said, I have an event tonight. Okay, bye, whatever. So I leave. I don't end it there because I have this unresolved anger.
Sure.
And like just about everything in life. Because
On behalf of her.
on behalf of her, and because I've had a hard week, so who am I going to take it out on? I'm going to take it out on Paper Clips. Not only do I call their district manager, I call all the way up. I get all the way up. The office of the president of Paper Clips called me today.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because I was so absurdly annoyed that they wouldn't print the fucking business cards. Like they were $13.60. It wouldn't have taken you that much time to print them. So anyway, so the office of the president of Paper Clips calls me.
Why are
today.
you calling it that?
Because I don't want to get sued.
The office of the president, though? Like,
That's
what
what she
sentence
said.
structure is that?
That's what she said.
She said,
This is a
This
call
is-
from the office of the president of
Paper
insert
Clips.
name here. Yeah.
Go.
And she said, I'm really sorry you had this experience. And I said, yeah, I'm sorry too. So what are we going to do about it? They said they're going to send in somebody from corporate to like investigate the store.
Get out.
I said, I feel vindicated. I feel good. And she said, have a good weekend. And I said, I will, Brenda.
Do you think she was lying?
I asked for the case number.
That is so like you to like ask for evidence and
Just like support it. Yeah.
can you go in and like watch?
Well,
like,
no,
get
I feel like a
updates?
little uncomfortable going in there because like they're gonna know.
Sorry, I meant to like the online case study or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I can, I guess.
Okay.
So that's exciting. But I can
Stop.
never
You're
go
never
to
going back.
never going back to that Paper Clips ever again
Right.
because it was awful. But
Yeah.
I feel like I was really doing like charity work. Like I felt like I was standing up for someone that might have needed it while minimizing my therapy bills.
And preventing that from happening to other people who
Exactly.
get hired at that Paper Clips.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is a lesson to all of you out there. Be a Brenda. Be a Karen, dare I
Yes.
say.
Reach out to the office of the president of Paper Clips.
Yeah.
You never know what positive impact you're going to have on the world.
The world. Okay, let's switch gears.
Okay.
I want to talk about Kelly Clarkson again.
Okay.
I'm sorry that we keep talking about her, but I
Oh.
think it's really important that we do, especially today.
Absolutely.
It's been a bit on this show about karaoke. It's
Mhm.
always karaoke. The only thing Kelly Clarkson has a show for is to sing. She just wants to sing other people's songs, and I fucking love it. I'm
She's
here
a
for it.
good singer.
Yes.
There's a lot of comments when I see the covers that she does on that show, and they're like, she's done it again. She's Kellified it.
Yeah, Calified.
And here's the thing, I just lied. I never read a comment that said that. But I do think people should start saying, wow, she just calified that.
No, she did.
Yeah.
So I took this a step further. I thought, it's funny. It's a bit on the podcast. I thought, what would be a great Christmas present for David?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, we should go see karaoke live. We got the tickets. And not only are we going next week, next Thursday, to see karaoke live, but I'm bringing a camera crew. We have people following us. And this is the first time I'm asking David this. Would you be opposed to doing a photo shoot in Central Park?
Oh my God, would not be opposed at all.
I think that's where we do our podcast shoot.
That would be
Right,
great.
in Central Park.
Might be a little bit loud.
A little loud.
Might be a little bit cold.
I also think that we should do the Buddy the Elf, the jumping.
Wait, what does he jump on?
He jumps like through the street, like
Oh.
on those lines.
The crosswalk?
Is that what? Yeah, sure, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you follow? Oh, you follow a crosswalk. Have you ever jaywalked?
Wait, what do you mean by I follow a crosswalk? You mean
can
like
either-
I obey it?
Yeah, you go with the herd. You don't like run on the
And
other
you
side of the
jay?
street. Oh yeah. I want to be arrested because I think a mugshot would do great things for my
If
brand.
you get hit by a car, it's your fault.
I know. Pedestrians have
The
the
silence
right
in the
way.
room is deafening.
I
You
know.
wouldn't want it to be your fault.
if
if
I
you're
got
in
hit
the
by a car,
crosswalk-
if I get hit by a car, I hope it ends me. I don't want to
making me
like.
yell into this microphone. Anyways, we're going to New York City,
It's gonna be so much fun. The place where dreams come true.
and we're gonna have a fight in Central Park.
We should pay people. We should have people pay to watch.
Absolutely.
I think so. Okay. We had requests for things for us to talk about on the show. You
Oh.
wouldn't know because you're boycotting Meta,
I am. Yeah.
and I think it's really funny because when I tagged you, it just said boycott.
That's what my profile photo is at the moment
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook and Instagram. I deactivated my Facebook. Not going to miss it, right?
No.
Instagram, I didn't deactivate because I do have a ton of photos on there that I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to say goodbye to.
Makes sense.
But anyways, what were you trying to send to me?
Well, I just posted that we were podcasting and people
Okay.
had things that they wanted us to talk about.
Let's tackle them.
Your first is
Mm-hmm.
your mom. She wanted us to say hi. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Mom.
Hi,
I love you
Karen.
so much. You're the best mom in the world. And you were my first Valentine, my first love. Mwah. She's going to love that.
She's gonna love it.
She's going to love that.
Okay, love you, Karen. We're also gonna talk about sports because we had multiple requests for us to talk about the big game. I think it's because we don't care, so people want to hear like what we think. Do you care?
One team is wearing green.
That's
is that
us.
correct?
Yeah,
Okay. And the other team is wearing
red.
red.
Stop and go.
So stop and go. Very
Stop
good.
and go.
But here's my thing. That's the only difference.
Oh, you think they're just as good?
They're just men in different color shirts
Running
saying
around.
saying, I want the ball.
No, I want it.
I want the ball.
No, it's mine.
No. Send it over here.
I'll catch it. I promise.
I'm gonna block you.
I'll kick it, and then they don't even get it through the fucking goalpost.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and the
like,
goalpost is massive.
I
if
say
you
all
miss
the time,
that-
I could kick that.
Embarrassing. Embarrassing. No, sorry, not you. If you miss it.
No, yeah, I know. Okay, how do you think their moms feel?
Awful.
They're cheering them on. They're like, "Go, Jake Elliott, we love you," and then everyone's like, "He didn't do anything."
You know what makes it even worse
He
is
didn't
that
do
it's
anything.
televised.
Yeah,
And it's replayable.
and they have to go back in the locker room and watch that.
Hmm.
That's humiliation. I kind of like it. Maybe I should be an NFL coach. Just get to replay like what you did wrong and then how to fix it. It's like therapy.
So that would be your method?
Yeah, yeah.
You'd shame the team?
Yeah. That's what they do on Ted Lasso. Do you watch Ted Lasso?
I watched the first two seasons.
And then you stopped. Why?
Probably because my free trial of Apple TV Plus ran out. Like,
Let it be known that David worked for Apple for.
I did, and I got Apple TV Plus for free until
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't work there anymore.
Oh, and okay, understood.
But wait, anyways, why are we talking about the big game?
Everyone wants to talk about the big game because they think Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift might get married or engaged if he wins.
Get out.
Which, like, he can't win another Super Bowl. That is so icky. That's so, and it doesn't go with the storyline. The Eagles have to, like, they have to win this time,
Mm.
or it's like awkward.
Can you fill me in what storyline?
like the NFL storyline. Like there's storylines within the NFL,
You're
right?
acting like the You're acting like the NFL producers are a reality TV show.
That's what I think.
You think that?
I think so. So Nate, he disagrees with me. He thinks that like no, it all happens like on the spot. No, I think they pick who goes to the Super Bowl. Because this is the same team that's been to the Super Bowl like a billion times.
Furthermore, I'm just going to say this, and Taylor didn't say it yet, but I could read her mind.
Thank you.
Taylor thinks that the Super Bowl is choreographed.
Yeah. Oh, choreographed. Very Kenny Ortega of you.
Very
Yes.
Kenny Ortega. Very planned, very executed,
very executed.
almost like a beautiful dance.
Yeah. I also want to say that I love Parks Casino and I love Bet Rivers and I bet on both of you guys. So we're open to sponsorships at this podcast. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that felt so unnatural. You have to be getting paid.
No, I'm really not. That's just me dropping the hint that like, hi guys, I use your apps. So
Parks Casino.
Parks
you know
Casino.
who I saw doing an ad for them the other day? I'm going to give you a guess. Disney Channel.
Demi Lovato,
No. High School Musical.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Vanessa
I've
Hudgens.
seen that ad.
Yes. And I was like,
Stop.
it got me thinking because I saw like a Priceline ad the other day and I was like, how do these?
Priceline?
Yeah. How, or like booking.com. And
Booking
I'm like,
yeah.
how?
Sorry, I'll stop.
Sorry, is that in the ad or did you just like
It's
have a tick?
booking.com, booking.yeah.
Anyways, how do these celebrities get in these deals? Like, how does Vanessa Hudgens end up doing, sadly, I'll say it, a Parks Casino ad?
Because their agents like pitch them for it. Like,
Okay.
have you seen my feed?
Tell me more.
It's whoever gives you the most amount of money to do an ad for them.
And then you're like, that's my money.
And then you're like, that's my money. When I first walked into radio, I said, I will do any ad. I said, give me Depends. I'll do it. I'll hawk anything for $1. Yep. There you go. Yep. Bye. This was great. Thank you for watching the Taylor Show.
Great.
So,
the day you have Depends sponsor us
Yeah.
is the day that Do Better David is no longer here. I don't want people thinking that I shit my pants.
Who cares if they're giving you a paycheck?
You're right.
You're right. I'm
Um,
right.
I said you're right.
I know. And then I said, you're right. So I said, I know I'm right. Do you know who Dave Grohl is?
I do.
Oh, okay. So everyone's talking about him today because he performed a Nirvana song at Fire 8.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
Good thing.
Okay.
How do you feel about Nirvana? Do you care?
If I had a gun to my head and someone said, David, name one.
You
one
couldn't?
song. I would say, hold on. If it's a gun and my life depends on it, let me have a think for a moment.
Okay, sure.
I know there's like an album of him like as a baby in a swimming pool.
Yes.
Couldn't tell you a song.
Okay.
Yeah. I also don't like Dave Grohl.
Okay, why?
Yeah.
Elaborate.
um,
Let's talk about it. Let's get it out there.
For example, I was watching recently the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary music documentary.
We were just talking about that on the way here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
We haven't watched it yet, but like,
It was good so far, but
Okay.
Dave Grohl's in it.
okay.
And Dave Grohl says something about his drumming, and he goes, something about me, I just bang the drums harder. And I'm like,
Can.
come off it.
Drummers.
Drummers. He's a
Drummers.
typical drummer. Maybe that's what it is. I
Yeah.
don't like drummers
Interesting.
because they just like a lot of this.
Attention.
A lot of. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah,
A lot of
demonstrate,
this.
please.
Hold on.
That was really well done. Dare I say you did that better than Taylor Hawkins ever did.
Thank you.
Okay. That was controversial. Controversial, I think. Has it been enough time?
Can we add drums in post?
Yeah.
Great.
No, we should. No, we have to.
Use that.
Okay. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So switching gears again, let's talk about Oscar nominations.
Okay.
Are you?
But
you-
wait, also the Grammys are closer.
The Grammys are closer, and that's this coming Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And I
Um,
have hot takes on it.
Tell me.
Okay.
This might air
Um,
after the Grammys, and if it does, we'll see if you're right.
This is great.
Yeah.
So for Best New Artist, I have some favorites.
Okay, give me your favorite.
Okay. Chappell Roan,
Ah,
Obviously.
yes. Yeah.
Ray, and
Respect.
Doechii. However, I think Chapel Roan is going to win.
She has to win.
She's the fan favorite.
She is.
But furthermore, best album of the year is going to be Brat.
No, it's going to be Tortured Poets Department.
And if it is, does she need it? No.
Does Charlie Cocaine or
We're
Charlie
about to
XCX
fight.
need more
You're about-
cocaine?
You're about to
No.
see me and Taylor jump across the table.
I just don't think Charlie. I mean, okay, you know why I like Charlie? Because she's dating George from the 1975. And that's where, like, my worlds conflict. Because I love the 1975.
Yeah. But no, I just think that, like, when I think of album of the year.
Well, you think Brat. That's what you listen to most.
Oh, you're saying I'm coming from my perspective?
Yeah, like, you're
Absolutely
thinking.
not. Absolutely not. Brat.
The world. Listen to Tortured
Brat
Poets
was like-
Department.
Hold on. Brat was like the Oxford Dictionary's like word or something. They like
That's
deemed
true.
it.
That actually is
And
true,
then
yeah.
the whole meme of it all, like the Brat album and like different like words on it and blah blah blah. Like it was everywhere. It was like
was.
the defining album of the summer. So I think it would be really cool for Charlie to get her flowers after all these gay years of just like a cult following from the queer community.
Yeah.
And now she went like mainstream. So best album of the year, Brat. Record of the year, I'm giving it to Please, Please, Please.
Oh, yes. Okay,
wait.
Slay.
Is that even nominated? Am I just spitballing?
No, I think you're right. That she's
Or is
nominated
it Espresso?
I don't care which one it is. I love Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah.
And I actually think she might win best pop album.
Sabrina. Interesting. Okay.
But my personal artist of the year is Ray. I love Ray. She is an artist from the UK. She was in a record deal for like 7 years or something, and they would not allow her to make her own album.
Oh.
They were like, no, you have a brand and it's a featured singer on these popular songs. That's all we want you to do. Don't
Ew.
step out. And now she broke that record contract or whatever, came out with her own album, and she has like 23 million monthly listeners on Spotify now.
You were listening to her before I even heard of her.
Chapel as well.
Yes, Chapel
Yeah.
as well. You're very ahead of the curve.
I had a friend at work where I was like, I think I found my favorite pop album of 2023. And then she was like, oh, I like a few of these, blah, blah, blah. And then fast forward to like spring 2024 when Chapel was blowing up.
Yeah.
And she goes, not you recommending this to me like 5 months ago. And I was like,
Stop.
but anyways, let's talk Oscars.
Okay, yeah. Wicked. You've seen it.
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, why?
I don't like people singing. Like on like musicals, I'm not a big like fan. Like on Broadway, yes.
I find
Like plays, I love it.
I find that often when I ask Taylor like why she doesn't like something, it doesn't need to be explained.
No,
It
it's just
just
a
is.
vibe. It's
Yeah.
just a vibe.
You have like a very particular list of things that you don't jive with.
Okay, give me
And-
some more. What other ones do I have?
Let me think here. Don't you have a Team Dunkin' or Starbucks? That's definitely a thing.
I've switched. Now I'm Team Duncan. I used to be a big Starbucks
Did you
person.
see Sabrina's ad?
Oh my god, I love it. I switched before
I
that
love
though.
shaking that ass. I love shaking that ass.
Oh, so well done.
I know.
So well done.
So smart. But someone said there was a missed opportunity for her to do a Sweet and Short makeup palette line with Sephora, and how that would have
Ooh.
been more sustainable because she could continue outputting more
Right,
products to
right.
the line, whereas like the Dunkin' deal gets old pretty quick.
True. But so does celebrity makeup. The only celebrity makeup that I co-sign on is Selena Gomez. I
Interesting.
love
Isn't it
Rare
called
Beauty.
Bear?
Rare.
Oh, Rare.
I think because do you remember that? Is it Tana Mongo where that meme where it's like, is it because she has a rare disease or something?
Stop it. I like vaguely know that name, but
Wait,
no.
you don't know who Tana Mongo is or
No.
Mongo, whatever the apparently I don't even know what her fucking name is. She's like a big YouTuber. You weren't into YouTube though.
I was when it was like the annoying orange and shoes.
I don't even know what that means.
Shoes.
Shoes. I don't get it.
Let's get some shoes.
I don't get it.
Shoes.
Yes.
See?
I don't remember.
Her husband knows what it is.
Apparently.
The annoying orange, that weird series with the donkey and
What are you talking about? No, I'm thinking like
no,
James
the unicorn,
Charles.
Charlie the unicorn.
Candy Mountain.
Candy Mountain. It was like, let's go to Candy Mountain. And you think that it's like an innocent children's show, and then all of a sudden, like the unicorn's stomach gets severed. So, anyways, that was the side of YouTube that I was on.
Okay. Do you want to talk more about that?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
What YouTube series were you talking about?
Like
Tana Minogue.
Yeah, whatever. Tana, she has the
Every
podcast.
time we say it,
It gets
sounds
worse.
new.
It gets worse.
Tanya
So
Minogue.
I'm gonna back up. So I have a friend, and I have a friend,
Yeah.
one additional friend from
And-
everyone in this room.
Yeah.
So she was like, for my birthday, she always wants to do something crazy, and like she's nuttier than me. You haven't met her.
Okay.
She's maybe at my wedding, but she's crazier than I am. So she was like, let's go to this YouTuber's live show.
Mhm.
I said, let's go. Like, I'm totally down. I didn't really know who Tana was. I didn't it wasn't Tana. Now I'm thinking about it. It wasn't her. It was the girl that eats chicken fingers and cries. Do you know that girl?
She eats chicken fingers and she
Yes.
cries. Are you talking about Chicken Shop Date?
No, but I love
Joking.
her too.
I know, I love
Oh my
her.
God. Wait, do you feel like some of the boys, or maybe some of the girls too, have asked her out? I think so.
Well, I know for a fact that her and Andrew Garfield,
Wait, they got together?
well,
Allegedly?
I don't want to start a rumor,
Ooh!
but he was on Chicken Shop Date
Yeah.
and he kept insisting on the actual like recorded date. I don't know what happened
Yes.
before or after, but
Mhm.
like he kept
I remember
insisting
this.
that they go on a real date.
Mhm.
He was like, I think it would be really nice, like blah blah blah. And I think he's within the past 2 years divorced, right?
I think so. He was with Emma Stone. Am I making that up? Maybe.
You're making that up.
Am I? I make up these
They
things
were
all the time.
They were dating during Spider-Man,
That makes a lot more
but that was a
sense.
while ago. He
Okay.
was married to somebody else. Anyways,
Okay.
yeah. Andrew Garfield and what is her name? It's Amanda? Is it Amanda?
No idea.
The Chicken Shop Date girl.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I
Um,
couldn't tell you, but I think she's adorable. Big fan.
Everyone in the comments was like, there's real chemistry there. They should actually
Ooh.
date. And I'm convinced that they did. I don't know for a fact, but if you watch the video,
Yeah.
you're going to be like, "Oh my god, they're meant to be."
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they all flirt back with her. They all flirt
That's the
like very hard, and I get that that's the point, but
Right.
like some of them are so good at it. Like even Maddie Healy, I was like, oh okay. I feel like they're gonna get together.
some people like get onto her show and they get the thing
Yeah.
and they like break her down.
Which I love.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she loved it when Andrew did it.
She did. She did.
Because it's fun when like somebody gets your bit and
Yes.
gets your humor and like they go along with it and they flirt back. But yeah, anyways, I think that they dated.
Interesting.
Mhm.
You know who's not dating?
Who?
Paul Mescal and Gracie Abrams.
Oh, I didn't know that they were together.
So I think what happened is they were together, and then
Mhm.
like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, they saw them at a restaurant,
Mhm.
and the breakup happened in the restaurant, and he had his head in his hands, and she was crying, and I thought, who hasn't been there? Everyone's been there.
Nate,
Everyone's been at a restaurant crying. Have you not ever been at a restaurant crying?
your wife is saying that it's normal to have a fight and have your hands in your face crying in a restaurant.
Yes,
I
when
think you have some explaining to do.
when you're going through a breakup.
Okay.
Nate's never broken up with me.
Right, obviously.
Yeah, duh.
But that's so sad. What do you think led to that in the restaurant, like making it so public?
I have no idea, but it must have been big because
Right.
if you're like celebrities, you would think, okay, I'm going into a restaurant, like there's going to be people noticing.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they had the breakup in the restaurant.
Sorry, who did you say had their head in their face
Paul.
or hands in their face?
Yeah.
Um,
And then she was crying. So it's like-
interesting.
What happened?
Do you think she saw a little message pop up on his phone,
Could you imagine?
like in public, and it
Ugh.
was like, you free to fuck later? And she goes,
Stop.
wait, roll with it for a little bit.
Okay.
If Paul Mescal were to cheat on Gracie,
Sure.
who might it be?
Ariana Grande. She loves stealing people's man. I said it.
Damn. I
Yeah.
thought she's like past that now though.
Yeah, because she's with somebody that has.
Oh, SpongeBob.
Yes.
SpongeBob. And Bach, his name is Bach in the movie.
I can't.
You've not seen it though, but did you see the trend on TikTok where it's like the one part of that song where she goes, "We deserve each other."
No, but that was
me
beautiful.
and Bach. And when you go watch the movie now, people in the audience will literally like quote that part
I won't-
to the screen.
I will never know that.
You should watch it at home. You can
Okay,
like rent
okay.
it at home.
Yeah, I'm still probably not going to do that. But I take your word for it.
Do you not? You just don't like singing. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's just musicals, unless it's Grease.
Okay.
Like, I don't care. Even Mamma Mia,
Interesting.
couldn't really get behind it. I wanted to. I wanted to love it.
Mamma Mia's ABBA music though.
But it's
It's not
just like it's inserted everywhere.
Okay. And you're like, we don't need to be singing right now.
Yeah. It's just too much for me. Even like The Sound of Music. I love Julie Andrews. It ain't for me.
Yeah.
No, I can't get
I
behind
can
that.
feel the stress.
Yeah, like I'm stressed right now.
Right.
I've seen Wicked on Broadway and I loved it.
Oh.
So I've seen Wicked before, so I know the whole
Yeah.
plot of it.
It was amazing. I think you should watch it eventually when you're ready.
When I'm
When the
ready.
time is right.
Sure.
But back to the Oscars, I do think Ariana and Cynthia deserve each of their categories.
No, they're amazing.
But I'm pretty sure at like the Golden Globes or whatever, they got snubbed.
They did.
Like the Golden Globes only gave them a special award for box office record breaking.
They're holding space for the Oscars.
They're holding space.
That's
for
what they're
the Oscars.
doing. They have
You know
to.
what? That might be what it is.
It's probably it.
It's gonna be their night.
I feel bad for that interviewer. No, actually, I don't. Good press. All press is good press, right?
I don't feel bad for her because when she had the opportunity to back up what she said,
Yeah.
she goes, "Hold on, ready? I hope I get this right." She goes, "I've seen recently people have been holding space for the lyrics of Defying Gravity," and then Cynthia goes, "I didn't know that was happening," and then this is her opportunity, the interviewer,
Sure.
to expand on
Yeah.
what the hell holding space means and
Means,
what
yeah.
she's seeing on social media.
Sure.
And instead she goes, "I seen it, yeah." Nothing else. Nothing to add.
Right.
A very you response.
Yeah, that does sound like me.
No need to back up anything. Just looking at Cynthia Erivo, this powerhouse, this Broadway star, right?
Yes.
If she wins an Oscar, did you know she's going to be an EGOT?
Okay, that's
huge.
exclusive. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So
Wow.
that was the interviewer's opportunity to like own it, make it less awkward.
Sure.
Instead, she said, "I'm gonna double down,"
Yeah. And just be silent. And yeah, you're right. I love that.
and then she like justified it with, "Well, I'm in queer media, so
Which also I love.
I love that as well."
There's a queer artist that I'm obsessed with. Speaking of just
Ooh.
like Maud Latour. I've been
Maud.
obsessed with her since like 2015, and she's now like breaking this mold of like pop music. I'll have to send her to you, but I'm
Yeah.
obsessed.
I've not heard of her, and why am I getting her confused with Maud Apatow?
Yeah, because that's the
Not the
only
same
other Maud
person.
that I've ever heard of. I thought it was a color, but that's mauve.
They're not the same person though.
No,
Okay, got it.
no, Maud Apatow is what's his face's kid?
Judd
Yeah.
Apatow's.
Yep.
She was in Euphoria, I think.
Wait, okay, they're not filming. They can't be filming another season. They're all too old. Zendaya's over it, right?
I think most of them are over it.
They have to be over it.
Yeah.
It's too much.
But wait, what other Oscar movies?
I have no idea. I don't watch movies. I just know about Wicked. I'm not like a movie person.
I know of one other that I think is nominated for Best Picture, and it's called The Brutalist.
Okay. Oof.
And this
Sounds
movie,
sexual.
yeah, I don't quite know what it's about.
Oh,
but-
okay. You haven't seen it either.
Nope. All I know is that it is a 3-hour and 35-minute film, and it is, I think,
God,
the only
lost me.
movie that has a built-in intermission, because it has a 20-minute intermission, so that you can actually like go do stuff.
It's like an artsy movie.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Pretty sure it's A24. I can't commit to that.
No. Oh, me neither.
3 hours and 35 minutes?
That's a half of a work day. Essentially.
You could do a lot of things. You can go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
You could do laundry. You could walk your dog.
Yep.
You could watch an episode of Love Island.
Yeah.
You could
sure
do all that in the time that it would take to watch The Brutalist. But I feel like because it's such a long movie, it's probably going to win Best Picture.
Well, all of the artsy movies, they always do.
Mhm.
Like, and all the long ones that people can't get through.
Exactly.
Remember Dune?
Dune.
That was dumb.
Did you see the edit of Dune with Wendy Williams on the cover? Because she does the. How
Did you
doing?
send it to me? I think
How
maybe
you
you sent
doing?
it to me. But yes, I've seen that.
But I've never seen Dune either.
Me neither.
Yeah.
No, we had a friend who watched it like religiously.
We really said let's talk about the Oscars,
and then
we
like don't
said,
know anything about it.
We don't know any of the nominees. We haven't seen any of them either.
But that's like what this podcast is about. It's about being judgmental about things we know nothing about.
Exactly.
And
having no base
Having no base and the self-awareness is what
justifies it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as we're owning it.
yes. So I told my therapist that we had a podcast this week. I
Oh,
talked to
she's
her
back
about
from
it.
having a baby?
She hasn't had the baby yet. So she's still here.
Mhm.
And I said, I want you to know something that like I'm going to talk a little bit of shit about you on my podcast because you're having another kid. And that does affect other people. Like you're going to be on maternity leave. And she laughed and she said, no, I get it. I get it. But I ask you one thing. And I said, what? And she goes, just like say hey and send me the clip. And I said, I got you. So hi, Helen. This
Hi,
is for you.
Helen.
Hi. But yeah, she was honored that we talked about her, which I thought was kind of cute. I hope her and her like little friends talk about it.
Yeah, I'm sure that meant a lot to her.
Do you talk to your therapist about the podcast?
No.
No. You
No.
said no.
No, I'm not cool with my mental health support team as you are.
Sure, sure.
I don't have an intro theme song or an outro theme song for my
Sure.
therapy sessions.
Understood. Yeah.
yeah.
Not many people do.
Not many
I
people
think
do.
that like they're gonna study me one day. Probably.
Wait, what was your most recent intro outro?
Oh Lord. I think my most recent intro is or was. Oh yeah. I'm scared that people secretly hate me or
Why?
are like scared of me.
Say it.
Well,
Be brave.
I think that my bluntness
Mm-hmm.
scares people off.
Okay.
Like maybe not in the best way. Like okay, so you said that when I met your boyfriend
Mm-hmm.
that you were glad I texted you after because if I didn't like him, I wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
I just would have been like cold and silent. And I think that's why some people are scared to tell me things.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
You know,
Because they think that you're gonna like.
tell the truth,
Ooh.
tell my truth.
Yeah.
So like I feel I don't know. So that was probably my intro,
Yeah.
and then my outro was
Wait, what's the song?
oh, there's not like an actual song. It's just an intro. Like I do like a parent, like I make it look like a concert, like poster, and then I put like this is what we're talking about first. This is what we're talking about last. I like to keep it entertaining for her.
No, because
Yes.
I need everyone to know that is listening that I thought that every time that Taylor goes to a therapy session,
I play a song.
I thought you played music.
Sneaker
you
Night by
played-
Vanessa Hutchins.
I thought you played music in, and I thought you played music out. For example,
And you're still
Taylor
my
sits
friend.
down, and "Eye of the Tiger" is playing,
Shut up.
and it goes. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, is that even "Eye of the Tiger"?
Yeah,
Or is that Rocky? Whatever, you get the point.
I feel like they're the same.
And then like it ends, and Taylor's like, "Let's go, I'm ready."
Yeah, and then
I thought
play
you had
my-
like a pump up song.
no. Oh no, I feel like they would commit me at that point. That feels like a
My
little
question
excessive.
probably made no sense to you then.
Well, no, because I have an intro and outro like topic,
Right.
so that's like how I like measure therapy.
Glad we talked about this.
Yeah, I'm glad we did too.
Yeah.
I'm glad we spent so much time talking about it. What celebrity, if you had to pick, reminds you of me?
I mean, I feel like, are you asking in terms of looks or personality? Personality.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. I'm going to do both, actually.
Oh, okay, fun. Yeah.
Taylor is if you take Anna Delvey and Sabrina Carpenter and meshed them into a human. So, like, actually, no. Let me paint this even more graphically.
Okay.
You slice Sabrina Carpenter's forehead. You open her brain, you take her brain out, and you pop in the brain of Anna Delvey.
And that's what
You
get.
close it again, and you have Taylor.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I brought this up actually with my family the other day. I said, listen, I invested in something. And they said, what'd you invest in? And they're thinking, wow, she's going to get into the stock market. Maybe she put something in crypto. You know, like
Mhm.
my parents think the best of me. I
Mhm.
said, I bought some prison art the other day. They said, huh? I said,
Mhm.
yeah, I bid on some prison art from Anna Delvey and it's signed. And if you don't know who Anna Delvey is, then you shouldn't be listening to this fucking podcast. Turn it off. Go listen to something else.
Go watch Inventing Anna.
Yeah, go do that. Spend your time better.
And come back.
But I think Anna Delvey, by scamming so many
The
people,
way we bully
yeah,
any
Yeah,
listeners
get
or
out.
rollers,
get out.
as though this is popular enough for us to say that to
For
them.
us to say that, it's the confidence
Yeah.
that pushes us forward.
You gotta have it.
You have to.
You gotta have it.
So I try to justify this to my family. I'm saying, no, she's a con artist.
Mm-hmm.
And they look at each other and they're like, we watched that show on Netflix. I said, oh, you did? So you know who I'm talking about.
Mhm.
And the disappointment grew. They really can't believe you spent this money on this. I think, no, I'm networking. Because not only did I buy this piece of artwork, by
Mhm.
buying this piece of artwork, I've networked with Anna Delvey. And by
There
the
it
time
is.
this podcast airs, we might have had coffee with her
We might have.
because we've been communicating. And I think I
What
can
do-
always
what do
cut
they-
this part out.
What do they
like,
say in the business? They say, we've been in talks.
We've been in talks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been in talks with Anna.
Yeah. And I think she would, like you said, at dinner at the
Mhm.
Cheesecake Factory, she would admire the hustle. The
Yeah.
fact that I'm lying so much just to like have a coffee with her, and I said I'd buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing is, if we have coffee with Anna Delvey,
Mhm.
we'll leave before the check comes.
Get out.
That's the whole bit. We scam the scammer, and then we're done.
Hmm.
And then I'm vindicated. I feel great.
Do you think it would rub her the wrong way because you set it up that you would pay
Yeah. And that's why I would
and
do
you
it.
want it that way?
Yeah.
Your brain is unlike.
The way that like I can manipulate a narrative into just going the right way. And I
Yeah.
just feel like that then she'd be like pissed. She would talk about us more than if she liked us. There you go. Yep.
And that's the true goal.
And that's the true goal. We want people to
To-
talk about us.
To not become friends,
No.
but sizzle, ingrain, burn in their memories.
Yes. Our presence.
Our presence.
That we
We
existed.
we are that girl in gay that walked away
Yeah.
and said, "Uh-oh, you're gonna pay for the coffee. You're gonna pay for the coffee."
You know what? I might sample that bit in my next pop song.
What? We are the girl and the gay who walked away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. That sounds like a disco chorus.
I did not mean for it to rhyme, but
No,
trademark
it felt great. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm writing an album. Did you know this?
No.
Yeah, so I'm writing an EP. And
Okay.
it's supposed to be very funny, right?
Mhm.
Like the goal is to make this a funny Like I'm not a singer. We know this. I'm a writer. It's fun to write. When I tell you, when I put this little job up
Mm-hmm.
on the Upwork and I say, "Hey, can someone mix these tracks?"
Yeah.
You know, like I've recorded them in my home studio. When I hear what people do with them, it brings me such joy.
Is it bad?
It ranges. There is
Okay.
awful to amazing.
Yeah.
There are people who are like from Uganda saying, "Listen, I love that. You want to do
Wow.
a Sabrina Carpenter vibe," not knowing who Sabrina Carpenter is.
Wow.
Like I love the excited response to it, and all of the mixes have really sucked. So we're hoping to get there.
Okay. But tell me more about the writing and the subjects.
So I went through like all of my old songwriting like books,
Yeah.
and I was like, let me take all of these lyrics and put them into like funny pop songs.
Mhm.
So it's like lyrics that like are very fun,
Yeah.
but like they'll just go with a fun beat. I'm
When's,
using fun a lot.
when's the release date?
I don't know, but so it has to be before I turn 28 because the
Okay.
title of the EP is 27 Club.
Oh.
So it has to be before I turn 28.
Okay.
But yeah, in the next couple months.
Exciting. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. It'll be no parking lot, but there's hardly topping that.
Parking lot's so good though.
I can't.
It's so
I
good.
can't. I can't make a comment on that.
But that parking lot will always stay the same.
You might have sang it better than I did. I thought I was ruffling feathers with that song. I think I did. I think I ruffled feathers. I ruffled the whole music industry is what I did.
Sometimes I pull into a parking lot and I turn off
You
the
think
engine.
about that.
No, I turn off the engine and I take off my glasses. I usually wear glasses. And I put the the visor down. I slide the mirror and I go, and then I turn the volume up. And there
Stop.
it is.
And parking lot.
Parking Lot by Taylor Brook.
I'm going to say a fun fact.
Go.
The cover photo for that single,
Mhm.
and if you're so bored and you actually look it up, it's in a parking lot. Like I took the photo in a parking lot.
Mhm.
I had my sister drive me to a church parking lot because I thought, this is so bad. This is Madonna of me.
Yeah.
You know, like, let me
Right.
take this photo in a church parking lot. I had her stand on the top of my Volkswagen Jetta to get the, like,
The angle?
The angle. And I think about
That's
that
a
to
good
this
sister.
day. And I think, what did the churchgoers think? Because it was a Sunday.
Yeah.
They're in church. I'm
I
in their
mean-
parking lot just taking a photo shoot, having the time of my life.
You weren't doing anything scandalous though, right?
No,
Like,
but it's just odd. When I
A
look
little
back, I
bit.
think I shouldn't. That's a weird story.
I guess if I did exit church on Sunday and saw two blondes having a photo shoot, one on top of the Jetta,
Yeah.
I'd be like, what's going on here?
Like, is everything okay?
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of weird things that I've done with my sister, I told this story recently, and someone was like, "Are you okay?" Actually, I think it might have been with Nate's family. I think I might have told the story. My sister and I once went to get gas,
Mm-hmm.
fill up the car, and it wouldn't work. Like, the gas thing wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Meaning the payment.
Oh, got
But
it.
the hose was in the car. I had to be like maybe 17 years old, so she had to be like 15 or so.
Mm-hmm.
And I got nervous, and I drove away, David, with it plugged in, with it hooked
How
in.
did that turn out for you?
It didn't, because like it got stuck.
You weren't able to pull away?
I was finally. I had to hit the gas hard enough, but I just went, and I think I haven't been back to Claymont since, actually.
So pause.
Like the town, yeah.
Pause. You didn't know that the pump was in your car and you pulled away, and
Yeah.
then you realized that the pump was in your car,
And then I just
and
like
you
kept
still
going,
pulled
and I
away.
kept going. Yeah, I thought my sister had pulled it out when she was out there paying for it.
Got
No.
it. You weren't willing to like face the music. You weren't gonna lock eyes with anybody.
No, why would you?
I don't know. What if
The gas tank blew up.
what if the gas went everywhere?
That happened to me once, all over me. Yeah, and that's why I didn't do it. Yeah, the first time ever that I pumped gas,
Mm-hmm.
took out the gas tank because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was a child. I was 16 years old. Gas all over me.
No.
And it was awful. Yeah, my Jetta stank.
That smell is
Ugh,
bad.
disgusting. Also, fun fact about my Jetta, I had pink, like, fuzzy handcuffs
Mhm.
as a joke that one of my friends gave me, the one that you, like, haven't spent time with. And we lost the key. So when I turned in my car, like when I sold that car, I
Mhm.
sold it with the pink handcuffs attached to the prindle.
The Prindle.
Isn't that, yeah, what else do you call it?
Exactly. No. Why did you have pink handcuffs in the car? Just for fun? Like
I think
it was a
just like a
gift?
funny,
Got it.
like a gag gift.
Yeah.
And then the key got lost. So
Ha-
now I think like, oh,
did
I wonder if
anyone,
they
like-
got him off.
Did anyone ever get in your car and say, I didn't know you were kinky like that?
My dad was really confused,
Got
actually.
it.
Yeah. He would clean my car and be like, this is
What
uncomfortable.
are those?
Why is this on your prindle?
Yeah.
Yeah, excuse me.
Well, a gift for whoever
Whoever
got the
bought
car.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a study that went out this week,
Okay.
and it said that the majority of people, when they go on vacation,
hmm
and they miss their coworkers.
Majority?
Do you miss your coworkers when you go on vacation?
I miss talking with them probably.
Yeah.
But like
Like, do you think like, oh, Brenda would want to hear about this?
I'm not like itching to get back to work though.
Right. Okay, I feel like that's normal.
Yeah.
I don't like think of my coworkers on vacation. I'm not like, oh my God, Brenda would really love this.
I guess it depends if like you're tight.
I guess. Have you ever been that tight with a coworker?
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
so
really?
tight with my team. Like,
My team. Oh,
yeah, we're my little team.
that's really cute.
We're little
Okay.
creative people, and I guess it helps that we're all like similar in age,
That
and
makes
like
sense.
we kind of just get each other.
Mhm.
And we also like my entire team at work. We all watch reality TV, so we have things in common. Like
that makes
blah blah
sense.
blah.
Yep.
But no, I think like when I'm on vacation though, I like try not to think of I love them, but like I try not to think of
think of
those people.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're innately related to
Things that stress you
stress.
out.
Yeah.
Yes.
stress. Like
No,
so
so I say that I don't like to be friends with my coworkers. My husband disagrees. He says all of your closest friends are your coworkers or were past coworkers.
really?
Okay, and then I think of them like bestie Meg,
Mm-hmm.
coworker. Okay,
Okay.
that makes sense. A couple friends from radio. Most of
Mhm.
my friends from radio. And that's it. That's all I can think of. I feel like
Yeah.
maybe corporately, maybe not. But do you have friends like from work that you've like carried with you?
Yeah,
Who?
I actually
Is it Sarah?
stop it. Oh, I love you, Sarah. No, I think I do view a lot of my like network on LinkedIn as my friends that I used to work with.
Okay.
Like I kind of view it that way. But not in the way that we keep in touch every day.
Right.
But like to the point where it's like, yeah, we're definitely tight and like I would work with them again
Mhm.
and I view them as a friend though. So yeah, I guess like the whole networking phrase.
Aspect of it? Okay.
Yeah, I view it more like if we're friends, I'm networking with you, or
Sure.
like you're in my network. If we're not friends, you're not in my network. You know,
That was kind of powerful. It felt like a TED Talk in the best way.
maybe.
Maybe one day. I would love to see you on the TED Talk stage.
I
I
think
feel like you could do it.
I think so too.
You really could.
I don't know what it would be about, but I would work that stage. I would not stay in my little circle.
No, you wouldn't.
Mm-mm. I would say, hello and welcome to the best TED Talk that you have ever witnessed and seen, all about, let me think here. What could it be about?
Personal growth.
Personal growth. The most generic topic on the planet.
Grit. Have you seen the
Grit.
TED Talk on grit?
No.
I loved it. Okay, let's move on. I want to talk about Billy Ray Cyrus before we wrap anything up.
Horrible, horrible human.
Okay, so I'm gonna link to this in somewhere in the description. I just recently wrote an article about Billy Ray Cyrus before all the controversy came out.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing to admit,
What?
but I'm gonna admit it.
Go.
I think Billy Ray Cyrus. I think Billy Ray Cyrus was my first crush.
Okay, and I think that's fair because
You
I
think
could
so?
I could also say that.
Like on my iPod Nano, my
Yeah.
hot pink one, the only song was "Achy Breaky Heart," and I would play it all
Oh.
the time.
You listen to his music.
Oh, I loved Billy Ray Cyrus.
I just thought he was kind of cute when he was a dad on Hannah Montana.
He was on Dancing with the Stars. I made posters.
But when did the like unwellness take over? Like I thought he
Yeah.
was like mentally stable and like fine, and
Me
then all of
too.
a sudden like he showed up recently in an interview and I was like, who is that?
Okay, so you know the oldest Cyrus child is Brandon. No, it's not Brandon. It's Trace.
Okay.
He's in the band or was in the band Metro Station. Do you remember them?
Okay, yes, and I just recently learned that that was the
With
case.
the same people.
Yeah.
So he says he's not on their side.
Mhm.
Miley's not on the side. Noah's on her dad's side because Noah's mom is dating Noah's ex-boyfriend.
What?
Let that sink in. Yep. So Noah's on Billy's side, and so is their other son.
Oh, that's drama.
So much drama.
Yeah.
It's also like very cringy and like it's weird to like play out in the public eye.
Mm-hmm. But when Miley won her first Grammy,
Loved.
it was abundantly clear. It was like the lack of mention was so loud.
Oh no, totally.
And that's when I
Totally.
realized how bad it was. I was like, oh, they actually don't mess with each other anymore.
At all.
Yeah. But I didn't know about the Noah Cyrus part.
Yeah, which is like yucky. Like that's like gross. But then her dad also started dating or married Gypsy Rose, and she's like Noah's age.
What?
Yeah.
Did
now
you
they're
just
getting
tell me
divorced.
that Billy Ray Cyrus married Gypsy Rose?
Not that Gypsy Rose. Not like Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Blanchard.
But it was like someone like Gypsy Rose. Like it sounded like that.
Yo,
Stop.
for a
Could you
moment,
imagine?
I was like, I thought that I was online.
No, Fire Rose. Fire Rose. That's what it is.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up the Taylor show on that note. You'll get content from Kelly Clarkson because We're excited. Can't
We
wait to
Are
karaoke
so
with you.
excited for karaoke.
Best day of our lives in the big city. Thanks for watching the Taylor Show featuring David, not to be confused with Dave.
Never.
At Do Better David, at Taylor_Brooke. Give us a follow. And if you don't, go fuck yourselves, honestly. Yeah. Have a great night.
Bye.